Good afternoon. The Appellate Division First Department is now in session. Welcome to our virtual admissions ceremony for 12 noon this afternoon. I'm sorry that we couldn't all be with you together in our beautiful courtroom on Madison Avenue, but I hope that the fact that we are not does not take away from the importance of this moment in your lives, in your professional careers, since we all know how what a long road it's been and how hard you've worked to get here. At this point, I would now like to call upon Ms. Veronica Guerrero, counsel to the Committee on Character and Fitness, to make the appropriate motion. Ms. Guerrero.
Thank you. May it please the court, good afternoon. I, Veronica Guerrero, counsel to this court's Committee on Character and Fitness, am honored to present 36 applicants to the court for admission to the bar. Each of these applicants has met all of the requirements necessary for admission to the New York State Bar. Further, I am pleased to report that the committee has examined the records of each and every candidate here today. Accordingly, and on behalf of the committee, I certify that each applicant here this afternoon does possess the requisite character and fitness to merit admission to the bar of the state of New York. Therefore, I do hereby move for their admission.
Well, thank you very much for your motion, Ms. Guerrero. I did have an opportunity to speak and consult with my fellow justices before we got on to the bench this afternoon, and I am pleased to let you all know that we would be happy to grant the motion. Again, thank you, Ms. Guerrero, on behalf of all of the justices, and we ask you to also please thank the members of the Character and Fitness Committee who have interviewed all these candidates and reviewed their applications and presented us today with what appears to be a fine group of applicants for admission to the bar this afternoon.
Thank you.
I would now like to call upon the clerk of our court, Susana Rojas, who will administer the oath of office.
Good afternoon, Justice Kapnick. Good afternoon, candidates. I will administer the oath in the form of a question. At the end, I will ask you if you agree to unmute your microphones and respond by saying, I do. At this point, I ask every single one of you to please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm to support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New York, and to faithfully discharge the duties of the office of attorney and counselor at law to the best of your ability? Please unmute your microphones and respond by saying, I do.
I do.
I do.
I do.
I do. I do.
Congratulations, attorneys. You may lower your right hand and please mute your microphones.
And if my fellow justices and other court people could unmute, we could give a small round of applause for all of our new attorneys. Well, congratulations to all of you, and it is our tradition at this time in this ceremony that one of the justices makes a few welcoming remarks to all of you, and this afternoon that privilege has fallen to my colleague, the Honorable Lisbeth Gonzalez. Justice Gonzalez.
Congratulations, new attorneys. You can smile now, you can relax. We celebrate each and every one of you today. Despite the difficulties of the pandemic, you made it. With discipline, determination, and the support of family and friends. You graduated from law school, you studied for the bar, and you prevailed. The world needs you. It needs your heart and soul and the best that you have to give. Take pride in your work. Develop a reputation for integrity. And remember that preparation, preparation, preparation is always the key to success. As attorneys and as judges, we each make a difference, sometimes with great fanfare and oftentimes with little recognition or acknowledgement. I am inspired by the life of Constance Baker Motley, the very first African-American woman to serve as a federal judge. Judge Motley was the first woman and the first African-American to serve as Manhattan Borough President and as a New York State Senator. She was the first female staff attorney to work at the NAACP Legal Defense and Education Fund. And she was the first African-American woman to argue before the United States Supreme Court. But because she was African-American and because she had the audacity to be a woman, her role as a leading strategist in the civil rights movement and as an attorney in highly significant litigations, such as Brown v. Board of Education, is mostly unknown. Like the female African-American mathematicians in the movie Hidden Figures, Judge Motley experienced multiple insults and affronts as a lawyer. In some cases, judges actually turned their backs and faced the wall when she argued her cases. In many states, she wasn't allowed to use payphones in courthouses or use any area designated as white only. Constance Baker Motley was a brilliant attorney with stellar ability, but that made no difference. At lunchtime, she had to run from the courthouse to the Black community to make telephone calls, and then race back to the courthouse to appear for the afternoon calendar and represent her clients. The threat of violence was constant. In many towns, a community patrol kept watch while she slept. Nonetheless, she persevered and she prevailed. Constance Baker Motley fought segregation by winning hundreds of cases. She made a difference. So what kind of lawyer are you going to be? Will you emulate Judge Motley by speaking truth to power? What role will you play in furthering justice? These questions will always challenge you, no matter whom you represent. Always seek the higher ground. Do pro bono work. Join a bar association. Make a contribution and grow professionally. What will you do for your community, your state, and for your country? Stand up for justice. Respect your colleagues and adversaries because nice matters. And never be afraid of hard work. Shine in your area of practice. And so I say to you, welcome, welcome, welcome to the practice of law, and many, many well-deserved congratulations.
Thank you so much, Justice Gonzalez, for those very inspiring remarks for our newest attorneys. At this time, the admission ceremony is concluded and the court is adjourned. The judges will be getting off of the virtual admission ceremony, but once again, we all wish you our very best and good luck in the future. Thank you.
Thank you to all of the justices and Ms. Rojas. They will log off now, and all of the new attorneys will stay on with me.